The views in the following program reflect those of the participants and not necessarily Rogers or Rogers TV. Welcome to Mommy Talk. Today's topic is the Lions Foundation of Canada Dog Guides and Living with Autism. Today on the program we have Lisa King.
Hi.
And Dakota King.
Hi.
Hi, Dakota. And we also have Alyssa Mendelson.
Hi.
We'll start with Lisa and Dakota. Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about your family and who you are and about Dakota?
Okay, Mom. Hello,
Well,
Mom.
my name's Lisa, and this is Dakota. Dakota's 13. I have another son as well, who's 10, Emmett. And this is Dakota's service dog, Jake.
Oh, very
Follow,
nice. Good job, yes. And Dakota, tell us a little bit about your dog. How much do you love your dog?
He's Max.
This much? That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, Lisa.
And Alyssa,
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your family?
Sure. I am a mom of 3 beautiful girls, 15, 11, and 4. I've been working at the foundation for almost 15 years. It'll be 15 years in December.
That's amazing.
I've worked in 3 of our different programs, but right now I focus mainly on the Autism Assistance Dog Guides.
That's great. And how did you get into that career of training service dogs?
It's kind of an interesting story. I was working in retail and I wanted to do something different and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I was sitting watching a show called Dogs with Jobs and I
Oh.
saw a seeing eye dog and it was one of those light bulb moments. I thought, that's what I
Yeah.
want to do.
Wow.
So I started researching. I found the foundation in Oakville. I applied as a kennel worker and I worked my way up over the years to a trainer.
That's awesome. And Lisa and Dakota, can you tell us a little bit about the start of your journey with autism and just a little bit about how you got in contact with the dog guides?
Dakota was diagnosed at the age of 2.
Okay.
When in 2010 the meltdowns became unreal. He would sit and rock and pull his hair out,
Oh, wow.
scream, cry, sob. Doctor we saw from Sick Kids wanted to medicate him. I didn't want to use medication, so I Googled on the internet autism service dogs, and Lions
Right.
Foundation came up. So I applied in 2010, just before Christmas, and got the phone call that we had been accepted, or that a home visit would be done. And Alyssa came out with a service dog
Wow.
who was great. Dakota didn't care. He showed no interest whatsoever. And then about a month later, we got another phone call saying that Dakota had been accepted and which week would work best for us to come down.
That's
I went.
wonderful. So we're going to get more into this story when we come back from the break. We're going to make sure that we really talk about your journey with Dakota and with Jake, the service dog. And we're also going to talk to Alyssa as the expert on these dogs. And we're going to get more information and learn more about how these wonderful dogs help people in the community. So we'll see you when we get back and we'll get more into this story.
The views in the following program reflect those of the participants and not necessarily Rogers or Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Mommy Talk. So, Lisa, can you tell us a little bit more about the start of the journey with autism with Dakota here? Just a little bit about the struggles that you might have had in the beginning.
Going anywhere with Dakota was difficult. I recall once we went to a grocery store, and whether it was the lights or the sounds, he started to have a complete meltdown.
Oh, wow.
Where I had to get on my knees and grab him by the face, and our noses had to touch, and
Oh,
to talk
my.
him through it, talk him down, and then we ended up leaving. And now, since Jake, we can go anywhere, and we can do anything.
Yeah. So that must have been really a challenge in the beginning before you even got to know about Jake and what the possibilities were with him. It must have been a challenge for, especially in public, right?
In
For
public,
people
don't
to
get-
understand
they don't.
what you were going through. You know, did you ever get any kind of negative
All
feedback
the
from
time.
the public? Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, and that was
Um,
probably
you know,
difficult.
comments like, "Oh, you just need to take that kid home," and he's spanking, and it's like, no,
Discipline
there's
and
more
whatnot.
to it. Dakota used to be terrified of rain,
Okay.
so if it rained, he wouldn't want to leave the house.
Right.
It was almost like the water burned.
Oh.
Terrified of showers
Oh goodness! Wow.
or having a bath. And now since we have Jake, Jake lays in the bathroom floor. Dakota has a shower. Everything's good.
That's amazing.
Everything's changed.
So then, when you decided to reach out and go out on the internet and try to find a solution for your son, you came across the dogs, the Dog Guides of Canada, and you contacted them.
Yes.
So then, what was the first kind of step in that? So you put in like an application
Put
or
in
something?
an application. I had to fill out. I needed a note from the school. Had to sign papers.
Right.
Doctor's notes. We had a pretty big application because Dakota has a lot of issues.
Right.
And then next was a home visit, and
Okay.
Alyssa came for the home visit.
Okay. Maybe you
Um,
can tell us a little bit about that home visit when you
Sure.
first met Dakota.
When I first met Dakota, one of the things Lisa had asked, because I believe Dakota had a bad experience with a golden retriever, right, when he was younger. So I didn't bring a golden retriever with,
Oh,
because of course
good plan. Good plan.
we don't want to upset Dakota.
Yeah.
So with all our families, when they apply, we go and we do a home interview, because what we want to do is get as much information as possible about their home life, about Dakota, his needs,
Of
so we
course.
can make the perfect match with the dogs. And like Lisa was saying, when I went, I brought a lovely black lab with me, named Basil.
Okay.
And Dakota wasn't afraid of him, but didn't really pay any attention to him. He just kind of sat and watched TV, and Lisa and I
Well, at
chatted.
least he wasn't scared. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And then I went back, and we have what's called an acceptance committee. So I presented their information in front of the acceptance committee, and we all decided that they would be a good match for a dog, and a dog could be very helpful for Dakota.
good.
And then we sent them a letter saying they'd been accepted, and then the hunt was on for the perfect dog.
Oh wow! And so then, how do you find the perfect dog for Dakota, for instance?
Each trainer has a string of about 10 dogs that they're training at a time. So when we know class is coming up, we look at the kids on the list,
No.
and we kind of start keeping in mind the children we have coming up and what dogs we have that we're training. And then we have what we call a matching meeting. We actually just had one recently for our next class coming up, and all the trainers will sit down together and discuss what dogs they have, what kids are coming up. Because I obviously don't do everybody's assessment. It might have been another trainer who did it.
Sure.
So that trainer would give me information about the family they saw, and then I would decide if I have a dog in my string that would be
Oh,
the best
okay.
match, and so on and so forth. It's a really big
Very
team
personal.
effort. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very personal selection. You know,
Absolutely.
they really gear it to the family.
We have to, or it's not going to work.
Of course, yeah. And how was it when you first met Jake? Can you tell us a little bit about your first experience with Jake?
Soon as I met Jake, it was instant between Jake and I.
Yeah.
I remember emailing my father from Oakville saying, "This is the dog that Dakota needs." It's just
Oh.
there was something there.
Yeah, yeah, you really felt it. And what was Dakota's reaction when he first met Jake? Do you remember when you first met Jake? No? How did he react?
When they came to get me, I remember the other trainer had said, "No, don't expect a bond right away. It's not
Okay.
going to happen." It takes time. They walked in the door and I put Jake in a stay position
Yeah.
and left him there and walked away and went to see them
Okay.
and took Dakota back, and Dakota, first thing he did was he grabbed the handle and he said, "Let's walk," and he puffed out his chest and we walked around that
Oh,
room
wow.
probably 5 or 6 times, and he was a different kid right
So
there.
there was an immediate positive reaction
There
in
was.
Dakota's life.
There was.
That's wonderful. And what else has it brought to his life? Can you tell us a little bit about the joy that Jake has brought, and maybe the calming nature that he's brought to Dakota's life?
Since we have had Jake home, we brought him home Easter weekend of 2011. We've had one meltdown since 2011, and that was
Wow.
Christmas.
One
And
meltdown,
one.
that's it.
There's been no more.
And before Jake, there was many.
Probably every day.
So this is a significant.
Yeah, a big change.
Wow.
No longer afraid of the rain. He walks
No
with Jake
way.
out to the school van, and he'll look up at the sky and say, "Oh, I don't like it," but come on, Jake, it's okay.
Why do you think that is, that he's not afraid of the rain anymore?
I think there's an unconditional love and safety.
Yeah.
Jake's the one he needs.
Wow, that's amazing. And how does that make you feel as a
Oh,
mom?
good. I don't worry
you-
as much.
You don't worry as
No,
much about
no.
his emotions.
No.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Is this something you see in most families that receive
In-
these dogs?
In most of them, yes.
Yeah.
They see a huge, very significant change very quickly usually.
Yeah. I didn't know that you could get autism dogs. Is this a new
It's a
thing?
new program for us.
Okay.
At Lions Foundation, it's now 6 years old. There are some other schools that have had it longer than
Right.
us, but for us it's still a fairly new program. But it is our largest program. At the moment, we have approximately 200 kids on our waiting list just for the autism
That's
dog
so
guides.
great.
It's
That's
a
so great.
huge demand.
And I hear that Jake goes to school with Dakota?
Jake goes to school every day with Dakota. They're mostly in the learning center, but they are integrated into the grade 8 class as well.
Okay.
He has fantastic teachers who adore Jake and love Dakota.
How do the kids react to Jake?
They've been very good. They know not to touch, not to
Right,
talk
because
to
he's a
Jake.
service dog,
He's
so
a service
he has
dog.
a job to do, right?
They mostly ignore him walking down the hallway or anything, which is what we want.
Right.
Jake sometimes will sneak a kiss in, maybe, but
Aww.
there's a couple kids.
That's wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit then now about the training of Jake?
Sure.
So how does that start? Where do we start with training a service dog?
It actually starts in the foster families.
Okay.
So as little bitty babies at about 8 weeks old, they go out to these wonderful families who are volunteer, and they take them and they house train them and they socialize them. We get them to take them out to all the places that they're going to be exposed as service dogs. They come into the school once a month for puppy classes so that the puppy program can keep an eye, and they start all their basic obedience right from the time they're little bitties. And then when they reach about a year old, they come back in. They go through extensive health testing because we want to give out the healthiest dogs possible.
Yeah.
And then they get recalled to a trainer, and we take them out. We do temperament assessments, see if we think they're right for our program. And then once we've decided if they are, then they start their formal training.
Okay, that's great. And what other service dogs do you offer with the Lions Foundation? What
We have
other-
6 different programs altogether. So our oldest program is our Canine Vision Canada. They're dogs for people who are blind or visually impaired.
Okay.
We have Hearing Ear Dogs of Canada for people who are deaf or hard of hearing. Service dogs for people with physical disabilities. Seizure response dogs for people with epilepsy. The Autism Assistance Dog Guides. And our newest program is our Diabetic Alert Dogs.
Wow. And so how does that work? They kind of read.
They actually react to a breath scent change.
No way.
Because it's for type 1 diabetes with hypoglycemic unawareness. So we can't, as humans, detect the scent change, but the dogs can.
How in the world do you train a dog to learn to smell a scent like that? I don't understand.
We actually have people who, when they're in a diabetic low, will
Okay.
breathe into scent pods that capture the scent, and then our diabetic alert dog trainers use those scent pods to train the dogs to get used to that scent, and then the dog will alert
amazing.
their
That is so
client
cool.
by nudging, or going and pushing a lifeline button, and then they are also taught to go and fetch a kit or apple juice or something so that they can
Right.
take. We actually have one of our diabetic alert dogs who's been inducted into the Purina Hall of Fame, doggy fame, for
Congratulations. That's amazing.
It is
news.
amazing. Her name's Nettle, and her trainer was Erica Ott, and she's wonderful. She works for Twin Girls, and she actually woke the parents up and alerted them in the middle of the night to the girls, I think both going into Lowe's.
I can't believe it.
So possibly could have saved
This
saved their
saves lives. This is definitely a lifesaver. And even though with Dakota's situation, it's not life saving, but you know what? It kind of is. It's emotionally saving for him, isn't it? Yeah, and I mean that's just so amazing for his life. Can you tell us a little more about how Jake has had an effect on your family? What about your other child and your husband?
Jake has, my other son adores him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a wonderful.
Okay.
His own service dog. But Jake is, even when he's off duty at home, like the vest is off, he's never fully, I've noticed, never fully off duty.
Okay.
He's always watching Dakota, he's always with Dakota.
Okay.
Dakota goes to the bedroom, Jake goes to the bedroom, Dakota comes to the living room, Jake's right there with them, they sleep together.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
Sleep was an issue before. Dakota wouldn't sleep all night. He would be up
Right.
and down. A lot of autistic children don't sleep well. And first night home was the first night Dakota slept all through the night.
Wow.
He potty trained Dakota.
No way.
Which was
How did he do that?
amazing. I'm not really sure. I'd been trying since the age of 3. So we had set up a plan at school. Dakota was 11. So still wearing pull-ups. And we set up a schedule at school and at home, and Jake would just go in and lay on the floor, and so now Dakota, takes Jake in with them and shows him how to use a toilet, and it works. So
These dogs
he's
are incredible.
fully potty trained now. So, and I've been trying since the age of 3, so long time trying with no success, and all it took was Jake.
Yeah, you must feel so good about the impact that the dog has had on
great.
your family. He's such a wonderful dog. Is there something you can tell us more about the Lions Foundation? What kind of fundraising, or how is this foundation supported?
We are strictly charitable. We have no
Okay.
government funding, so donations are huge. We do have Lions clubs and Lions members that donate money specifically to us, but it's only a small portion of what our total need is. So private donations, our biggest fundraiser every year is our Purina Walk for Dog Guides. And it happens all across Canada because we do service coast to coast. We actually even have dogs in the territories now. We have an autism assistance dog working in Nunavut.
Oh, no
So
way.
the fundraiser, the Walk for Dog Guides is huge. And there's many other ways to sponsor dogs or fundraise for us.
Is it very expensive to raise
It's
one of these dogs?
$25,000 per dog.
For one dog?
For one dog.
Oh my
From
goodness.
the time they're
And that-
bred to the time they graduate.
And that's for the training and
The breeding and
everything.
whelping and for everything. And
wow.
I figured it out one day. If we put out 150 dogs a year, it's $3.6 million worth of dogs
And it's completely funded by
with
donations.
donations and
So everyone needs to donate to this foundation.
Yes, please.
This is amazing. This is something that is really important, especially to children, adults, anyone who is suffering from any of these conditions that need this help. I mean, animals bring so much joy to everyone's lives.
absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about the dogs you've trained? How many do you think that you have trained over your time as
At
a
the
dog trainer?
foundation, I've worked in 3 of our programs. I not only worked in autism assistance, I worked in hearing ear and seizure response. And over my 12 years of training, I've been at the foundation almost 15, but training for about 12, probably close to 200 dogs.
That's amazing.
And one of the other things I wanted to mention that our autism dogs do that's really important when you're talking about saving lives is a lot of kids with autism bolt or are a flight risk. They have no concept of danger. So we actually will tether the children to the dogs.
Oh.
They wear a special belt and they're tethered to the dogs. And Dakota used to be when
Does
he was
he
younger.
do that?
Not
oh,
anymore.
okay. Not
He's-
anymore.
he's quite happy
he's
walking with
independent now.
And we have many, many stories of families their child going to run, but because they're tethered to the dog, they can't go out off the curb into front of a car, out into a parking lot, that sort of thing. So as well as all the emotional support, the social, there's a
Wonderful.
huge safety portion to it.
Well, this is definitely life-changing, and I really appreciate you guys coming here and talking about your life story and sharing your struggles and sharing your victory, looking at, and really delving into why these dogs are important to everybody in this community. So go to the website, we're going to put it on the screen, donate, support these dogs, support these people and their lives, and help them get through these difficult times and have a better quality of life. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much for being on the show and talking about your lovely dogs and your family. And when we come back, we're going to go out into the community and find something fun to do.
The views in the following program reflect those of the participants and not necessarily Rogers or Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Mommy Talk. One of the things we love to do is go out into the community and take a look at some fun places for our families to enjoy together. So Esri and I, we went out and we found a place to get our nails done today. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, we're here at Glamagal at Blue Mountain, and we're here with Jessica, and Esri is getting her nails done. Jessica, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Esri here?
Absolutely. So welcome to Glamagal. We're a spa for young ladies ages 3 to 16. So right now, Esri is getting a little manicure. So we're doing a little sugar scrub. She got a little soak with a bath bomb. So we're doing a little sugar scrub, and now we're gonna rinse it off. So at Glamagal, we do a number of different services. We do manicures, pedicures, facials. We offer a number of different packages for young ladies. All our information's on our website, glamagalparty.com. We are at the Blue Mountain location currently.
That's great, yeah. And so the little girls can come in here and get a bit of a spa day.
Exactly. So it's all about the pampering.
And you do parties too, little birthday parties?
Yes, we do. So we do a number of different party packages that we offer. One of my favorite packages here that we offer is the Dolly and Me. So a young lady can bring her dolly in with her. We'll do matching hairstyles. We'll also do a little manicure for the young lady. The dolly's there the whole time. So it's a lot of fun. They both get little spa robes, so it's a full experience.
That's great, that's great. And I see you have some other services where you can create your own lotions and stuff?
Absolutely. Hi, Esri. Welcome to Glamagal. So we're gonna get our nails done today. What do you think about that? Are you excited? Awesome. So we're gonna put our hands in the water. Yeah, we're gonna put our hands in the water. And I'm gonna drop your awesome bath bomb in the water. Oh, look at that. So we're gonna move our hands around a little bit. We're gonna feel the fuzzies. Do you wanna smell the water? What does it smell like? Does it smell good? It smells like bubbles. Perfect. So we're gonna move our hands around, right? We're gonna soak our hands a little bit.
Hi everyone, we're here at Glamagal at Blue Mountain, and we're here with Jessica, and Esri is getting her nails done. Jessica, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Esri here?
Absolutely. So welcome to Glamagal. We're a spa for young ladies ages 3 to 16. So right now, Esri is getting a little manicure. So we're doing a little sugar scrub. She got a little soak with a bath bomb. So we're doing a little sugar scrub, and now we're gonna rinse it off. So at Glamagal, we do a number of different services. We do manicures, pedicures, facials. We offer a number of different packages for young ladies. All our information's on our website, glamagalparty.com. We are at the Blue Mountain location currently.
That's great, yeah. And so the little girls can come in here and get a bit of a spa day.
Exactly. So it's all about the pampering. There we go.
And you do parties too, little birthday parties?
Yes, we do. So we do a number of different party packages that we offer. One of my favorite packages here that we offer is the Dolly and Me. So a young lady can bring her dolly in with her. We'll do matching hairstyles. We'll also do a little manicure for the young lady. The dolly's there the whole time. So it's a lot of fun. They both get little spa robes, so it's a full experience.
That's great, that's great. And I see you have some other services where you can create your own lotions and stuff?
Absolutely. So here at Glamagal Blue Mountain, we also offer the opportunity for young ladies to come in, be creative, be unique, create their own lotions, create their own lip gloss. It's really a fun experience if you just want to have a quick little activity when you're in the Blue Mountain area. And also it gives you the opportunity to be creative and really shine on your creativity.
That's wonderful. Thanks so much, Jessica. She's having such a great time.
Awesome.
So we're going to watch her get her nails done now.
Perfect.
Thanks so much for having us. We really
it's my
appreciate it.
pleasure. Always. So you can also follow us on Instagram at Glamagal Blue Mountain. And ladies, on Fridays, we also host a pajama parties. So you can put your pajamas on after school. It's from 7 to 9. You can come in, we'll do a fun craft. I teach you how to do some really funky nail art. And we watch movies, eat some snacks. So it's a really fun activity for after school on Friday nights.
That's so great. That's so great. Thanks so much, Jessica.
Oh, my pleasure.
Great. We'll just finish up with her manicure here.
We're gonna paint some nails now. This is the color she chose. Nice and sparkly. So we're gonna paint your nails.
That was awesome. She had such a good time getting her nails done, didn't she, guys?
For sure.
Thank you so much for joining in and watching our program today, and we'll see you again on Mommy Talks.
Significant, you're all that I